Hey, booze. Hey, booze. How y'all doing? Listen, it's Shani with a Shani T-session. I can't speak today, y'all. Listen. How about I recorded this video 3 times? 3 times, y'all. 3 times I recorded this video, and the video just keep kicking me out, y'all. I don't know what's going on with it, but somebody don't want me to get this message out. The devil be playing, the devil be lurking, y'all, but we gonna shake them off. Anyway, how y'all doing, booze? I'm gonna try to get through this message, y'all, without it cutting off this time. I won't make it too long. I don't want to keep y'all too long. So listen, I got a message, and I'm here to deliver this message to my Shani T-session buddies, to my divine ones, to my ones that's working on their healing, that's working on their growth, that's working on, ending out toxic cycles in your life. You know what I'm saying? That's just really, investing that time into yourself, that time into self. You see what I'm saying? That time for self, you know what I'm saying, is very, very important, as you go through life, and as you go through, your stages of healing, and as you go through your journey, again, if you're watching me on this Shani T session, y'all, I'm just going to take it, that you guys are on your journey. You guys are on a journey to become better, to become more, to have more, to do more, to strive for more, because you are worth more than what you have been settling for throughout your life. You see what I'm saying? So what I'm hearing is the storm is almost over, y'all. It's almost over. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you've been going through some things. You see what I'm saying? You've been going through, what seems like a storm. You see, it's almost like driving down a highway, and the rain starts pouring. You ever drove down a highway and it's raining, the weather just starts getting real ridiculous, and it gets to a point where you turn your windshield wipers on to the highest speed that it can go, and you could just barely see, though. But being able to barely see, just to see a little bit, you figure, okay, I can keep pushing, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep moving forward, right? But then the storm gets so bad to the point where it begins to block your vision. It begins to steer you in the wrong direction, pretty much. It gets to a point where you're no longer able to see where it is that you're going. You're no longer able to see what's in front of you, what can jump out in front of you, so it's time to pull over. It is time to pull over. It's time to pull over. It's time to surrender. It's time, meaning, when I speak about the storm, you guys, I'm speaking hypothetically. It's time to pull over, meaning it's time to surrender everything that you're going through. It's time to surrender the pain that you're going through. It's time to surrender the people that you lost. It's time to surrender the relationships you lost. It's time to surrender the family members that you lost. It's time to surrender the jobs that you done lost. It's just time to surrender that storm. You see what I'm saying? And it's time to pull over. You see what I'm saying? And it's time to get out the way. It's time to get out the way. Why? Because it's not, what you're going through, the battles and the things that you have been fighting, the demons you've been fighting, the cycles you've been fighting to get through, the cycles you've been having to go through over and over and over again. You guys, it's time to surrender to this, because it's like, how many times do you have to go through these cycles? How many times do you got to get lied to? How many times do you got to be manipulated? How many times do you got to be backstabbed? How many times do you got to be cheated on? How many times do you got to be abandoned and left, to pretty much just fend for yourself and left to just sit in whatever situation it is that you have to sit in? You see what I'm saying? It comes to a point where you have to decide when you're going to surrender, or if you're going to continue to allow yourself to go through the same cycles, go through the same things that's hurting you, dealing with the same people that's causing you nothing but pain, hurt, trauma. You see what I'm saying? That's causing you to have a low self-esteem about yourself, I'm hearing you need to get back up again. It's time to get back up, baby. It's time to get back up. Now it's not the time to give up. Now it's not the time to throw in the towel. Now it's not the time to just, give up and surrender to the darkness or surrender to the storm. You see what I'm saying? It is not. It's not. It's not the time to give up. It's the time where you gotta go within. You see what I'm saying? Because even I don't know the situation that you're going through, but I know that somebody out there is going through something, and they feel like there is no hope. There is no making it out of this. There is no making it out of this darkness. They don't. You don't see yourself coming out of this. You don't see yourself coming from under beneath this storm. And I'm here to tell you that it is not the time to give up. I promise you it's not. Why? Because your storm is almost over. Your trials and your tribulations is almost over. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, again, how many times do you got to go on these same cycles? How many times do you have to allow the same things to continue to happen in your life? How many times are you going to attract the same type of people? You see what I'm saying? Because the thing is, a lot of the times we go through life and we, it becomes so easy to blame, what I'm saying, someone else for the things that you're going through in your life, or it becomes so easy to blame such and such, for the trials and the tribulations and the blockages and all of that, that's being placed in your path as you move forward. It's so easy to throw the blame. You see what I'm saying? It's so easy to say, well, this person hurt me. This person lied to me. I'm the reason I am today because I went through this. You see what I'm saying? But it's time to let go of those excuses, because that's exactly what it is, you guys. And we've all done it. We've all got them. We've all been there. You see what I'm saying? We're all human, so again, it's like, it's time to tap into that self-love, that self-care. It's time to go within and ask yourself, what is it about yourself that you need to change? You know what I'm saying? What is it about yourself that allowed these people to come into your life and use you, abuse you, lie to you, manipulate you, cheat on you? You know what I'm saying? Leave you stuck and lost and lonely. You see what I'm saying? Just abandon you. You see what I'm saying? So, again, you got to know how to be accountable. Nowadays, we just got to learn how to be accountable for, the things that go on in our lives, the things that take place, now don't get me wrong. You see what I'm saying? Because some things you can't control. You see, because why? Because you can't control other people. You can only control yourself. So some things, you had no hand in, it wasn't, you had no control over whether or not that was going to happen to you, or whether or not you was going to go through that situation. Some things is just out of our control, and we can't control what's out of our control, right? So therefore it's like, a lot of the times we go through life and we don't heed the warnings, you guys. That's what I want to talk about. You gotta be able to open your eyes and get a clear view. You see what I'm saying? Again, you gotta pull over. You know what I'm saying? It's time to pull over so that you can gain a better perspective of this storm, of your storm. Gain a better perspective, you know what I'm saying, of what you going through, who you dealing with. You see what I'm saying? It's time to take a time out and view things differently in your life. You see what I'm saying? Because, again, a lot of the times we go through life and we just, we want to give up. You see what I'm saying? Because it gets so heavy. You know what I'm saying? This thing called life, y'all, it's not easy. You see, it's definitely not easy, but it comes a time in your life where you got to decide when you're going to stop going on those same cycles. You got to decide when you're going to stop, being that, operating out of a low and toxic behavior, a low and toxic mindset, dealing with low and toxic people. You know what I'm saying? Low and toxic behaviors. Because if you don't learn from these things and you don't start to work on yourself and go within and figure out what it is about yourself that you need to change so that you don't continue to go on these same cycles over and over again. If you don't go within, then you will continue to suffer karma. You will continue to build karma because, That's exactly what it is, you guys. When we choose to go on these cycles over and over again, we're choosing to continue to go through karma. And it's like, how many cycles do you have to go through, until you get to a point where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. You sick and tired of facing karma. You sick and tired of, feeling like you just not in control of yourself, feeling like you're not in control of your life, feeling like you're not in control of what's going on in your life. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to go within and find that balance. You see, again, it's not the time to give up. Yes, you've been lied to. Yes, you've been cheated on. Yes, you've been through some, things that has broken you and hurt you. Yes, you've dealt with people that has been, manipulative and, whatever the case may be, whatever it is that you're going through. Yes, you've dealt with jobs where you felt like, your worth and your value wasn't being, acknowledged. Your worth and your value wasn't being appreciated, So, again, just kind of, you got to apply this to whatever your situation may be. But at the end of the day, how many times do you got to go through this? How many times, until you actually learn and be able to get it right? You see what I'm saying? Because let's not lie, y'all. We're going to keep it all the way 100 over here now. We human, okay? We all been there to a point where we just feel like, can't nobody tell us nothing. Okay, some of y'all feeling like, can't nobody tell you nothing. Like, again, we've all been there. We've all been there. I definitely can admit and say that I've been one of those people, that has sat back and just thought to myself, like, I got this. I know what I'm doing. I know, what to do. I know this. I know that. And you see what I'm saying? But then I find myself going through, the same things, or you just find yourself, not getting a better result. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like, you got to know when to be student and teacher, boo. You got to know when to sit down and learn. You got to know when to stand up and teach. Okay. A lot of the things that we go through in life, we get warnings. And that's what we fail to realize as we go through life. We don't heed those warnings. You see what I'm saying? Whether that's warnings from spirit, you know what I'm saying? Whether that's warnings from other people, again, we can't lie. We've all been there and done it. We've all come to a point in our lives where someone has told us, oh, don't do this or don't do that, or, don't take that route to work because that road's closed. And you thinking like, okay, well, I'm going to take this route anyway because I just took it yesterday and that road wasn't closed. So I'm going to take that route anyway. And then you continue to truck and you continue to move and you go ahead and you take that route, right? And then you just find yourself coming to a blockage. You see what I'm saying? Instead of you listening to, the person that told you that road is closed or there's blockages on that road, you don't want to take that direction. You don't want to take that path. You don't want to take that course. You want to, shift it and change courses. You see what I'm saying? You wouldn't go along with it if somebody just said that to you. If somebody just told you that something wasn't good for you or something wasn't going to benefit your highest good. You see, we get to a point where it's like, we don't, necessarily listen. We want to find out for ourselves. We got to be hard-headed, right? We just got to be hard-headed. It be like that. Again, we've all been there. We've all done it. You see, but being hard-headed gets you nowhere though. Being hard-headed gets you nowhere. Taking that path and that journey and that course, you see what I'm saying? Even though you had warning signs, even though, you've seen the red flags, but you still continue to go through that cycle again and again and again and again. So therefore, you're going to continue to receive the same type of results again and again and again and again, y'all. I can't stress it. I promise you I can't. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the times you got to actually take that route that such and such told you was no good for you. You got to actually take that route in order to gain that knowledge. You got to go through those lessons. You got to go through that trauma. You got to go through that pain. You got to go through that hurt. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because it's going to bring about that change. You see, you're either going to learn the lesson. You see what I'm saying? You're going to learn the lesson, or you're going to continue to go on that same journey, on that same cycle over and over and over and over again. So therefore it's like, we got to get to a point in our lives, you guys, where, you know, we got to start being accountable. You got to start taking accountability for the things that go on in your life. You see what I'm saying? What about you that you need to change that's causing people, you know, that's allowing people to think that they can come into your life and steal from you. That's allowing people to think that they can come into your life and cheat on you. That's allowing people to think that they can come into your life and use you, abuse you, talk about you, manipulate you, you know, just, you know, tend to just, you know, blame everybody else, like I said, you know, but we got to look at ourselves, y'all. I'm just going to keep it real with you. We got to look at ourselves. What do you need to change about you so that you can start reaping different results? Okay. Because the more you continue to truck the same way that you're trucking, you're going to continue to get ran over by the same truck. Okay. I hope I'm making sense to somebody. Meaning you're going to continue to go through it. You're going to continue to suffer through it. You're going to continue to be let down. You're going to continue to be manipulated. You're going to continue to be used. Okay. It's time to take a time out. It's time to take a time out and reflect on self. You see, it's time to reflect on self. You going to learn the lessons, or you going to continue to repeat the cycles? That's just something that you got to ask yourself, you guys. So, again, your storm is almost over. It's not the time to throw in the towel. You're being tested right now. The time that we living in right now, you guys, you got to be able to go within and find that balance. You want to be able to find that balance. You got to temper yourself. Temperance. You want to temper yourself. You see what I'm saying? So that you're able to think clearly, you know? So, yes, you guys, you just, you know, it's not the time to lose faith. It's not the time to give up hope. Some of y'all is just now coming from underneath a storm. You see, some of y'all is coming up out of a storm, you know, have done already learned the lessons and ready for new beginnings. You see what I'm saying? Once you learn the lessons, you know, you're able to be rewarded with that new beginning. You see what I'm saying? But you got to understand something. You got to go through something in order to get somewhere. You see what I'm saying? You got to be okay. Listen, a lot of times we don't want to fail. I get it, you guys. We go through life and we don't want to fail. You know, whether that's failing, you know, in, you know, mentally, physically, you know, whatever the case may be, we just fear failure. But let me tell you something. You want to get comfortable to the point where, you know, you just feel like it's okay to fail. Because let me tell you something. It is okay to fail. It is okay to fail, because guess what? If you knew how to do it, if you knew how it was done, you see what I'm saying? You wouldn't need to go through these lessons. You wouldn't need to go on these karmic cycles. You wouldn't need to, you know, just, you know, consult a counselor or, you know, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Everybody would be straight. I'm going to just put it like that. Everybody would be straight. So therefore, you know, don't think that, you know, that pain and that suffering was for no reason. But at the same time, don't get me wrong. Also, you know, sometimes we go and we feel like, you know, as long as we're going through some form of pain, that is love. It's not okay to, you know, just accept pain from people, y'all. Don't get it confused, okay? Because sometimes, a lot of the times, you know, you got people who feel like the only way to feel loved is to get hurt or to experience that pain. It's almost like you become numb to the pain. You get used to the pain. You know, whatever this pain may be, you know, coming from. Whatever this pain is stemming from, you know, sometimes we feel like, you know, this person don't love us, you know, if we're not going through pain or, you know what I'm saying? And that's not true. That's not true. You see, because at that point, that's when you need to tap into that self-love. That's when it's time to, you know, shift your mindset. That's when it's time to tap into yourself. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all is dealing with abandonment issues. You see what I'm saying? A lot of, you know, and again, you know, we've all been there. We've all done it. We've all done it. Listen, do not get so used to going through pain and allowing people to take you through certain things and certain trials and tribulations to the point where, you know, you become addicted to pain. And that is something. Yes, it is. Believe it or not, it is something. Becoming addicted to pain, y'all, it is something. It definitely is. It definitely is. You got some people who are addicted to pain because they feel like that's That's some form of, expressing love. Dealing with somebody that's causing you pain, that's not a form of love. You see what I'm saying? That's not love. That's not a form of love. So therefore, don't become an addict to pain, and an addict to going through the same things over and over again, or being the same way, you know what I'm saying, throughout your life. And rather than elevating and changing yourself, and working on yourself, you can't, you don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people think that pain is love. You wrong, boo. You wrong. Pain is not love. You don't have to stay stuck in your situation. A lot of times we feel like we stuck. We feel like we stuck. We gotta be here. Oh, well, I'm in it now, so I gotta go through it. Or I don't want such and such to feel no type of way, or I don't want people to look at me no type of way. Whatever the case may be. Listen, none of that matters. Okay, none of that matters. None of that matters. None of it matters. Again, you want to take that time out to start viewing things differently. You want to take that time out to start viewing people differently, whether that's family, friendships, relationships, just certain bonds that you have with people. It's time to go back and reanalyze a whole lot of things in your life, okay? It's time to go back and figure out where this pain is stemming from. And then instead of putting a Band-Aid over it, because we do that, y'all. We do that now. We do. Sometimes we go through life and we just slap a Band-Aid right on it, and we continue to move forward. Like, you thinking that, I'm gonna slap a Band-Aid on it, I'll get over it, I'm gonna just put it behind me, I ain't gonna deal with it, or I ain't gonna deal with that person, or I ain't gonna deal with that job, or I ain't gonna deal with that situation. And it don't work like that. It don't work like that, because guess what? The more you put off things that you need to be addressing and changing about yourself and about your situation, the more you will continue to go through that same situation. The more you will continue to attract those same type of people in your life. And you don't want to continue to attract the same type of people in your life, especially if these people is bringing you hurt and pain, okay? I hope I'm making sense to somebody, you guys. So again, it's time to analyze. It's time to go back and figure out what it is that you got to go back and tweak. Okay, when I say tweak, I mean rearrange, reprogram, okay? It's time to figure out what it is that you need to do in order to come up from underneath this storm, okay? You got to understand that, a lot of the people that walked away from you, you guys that abandoned you, these people abandoned you with no pressure. You got people that walked away from you with no pressure, meaning these people didn't have a worry or a care in the world. These people did what they wanted to do for themselves. They did what was beneficial to themselves. These people crossed you, backstabbed you, lied to you, manipulated you. Why? Because it was beneficial for them, for their highest good. You know what I'm saying? It's time to give all that back. It's time to just stop accepting anything in your life. It's time to stop accepting anybody in your life. You see what I'm saying? It's time to start getting a little bit more stingy about yourself. Okay, stingy with self. You want to be careful who, you giving your energy out. So you want to be careful who you allowing into your life. Okay, because again, people come into your life to steal, to destroy you, to leave you high and dry, to leave you confused, to throw up illusions and throw blockages in your path. Why? Because they don't want to see you move forward, boo. They don't want to see you move forward. So therefore, it's like, don't take these things personal. Don't take what you went through in your life personal. Guess what? It was for you. It was for you to learn. Because if you didn't learn this, how would you be able to go through life? How would you be able to get through these situations? How would you be able to teach your children? How would you be able to teach the next person? How would you be able to gain that knowledge and that understanding? Because again, sometimes it takes more than someone telling us, and telling us that that route is no good for us. Sometimes it takes us to actually having to take that route and go through that heartache, go through, what's going to break us down. Therefore, you able to see just how much you need yourself, just how much you need to tap into self, okay? Regardless of who loved you, regardless of who left you, regardless of who don't want to be with you, regardless of who don't want to be around you, regardless of the friends you have to leave behind, the relationships you have to leave behind, okay, y'all? Regardless of any of that, none of that matters. Don't none of that matter, okay? None of it matters. Why? Because it wasn't serving you. It wasn't benefiting you. So what you want to hold on to it for? If that relationship is breaking you, what you want to hold on to it for? If that relationship is causing all this pain, what you want to hold on to it for? If that job ain't acknowledging your value, if that job ain't appreciating you, what you want to hold on to it for? You see what I'm saying? Because a lot of the times we'll go through things in our lives and we'll go through it over and over and over again. God will allow you to continue to go through pain over and over again until you have learned the lesson. Okay? Until you have learned the lesson. You see, it's time to close out those toxic cycles. It's time to get rid of those toxic people. It's time to get rid of those toxic friendships. It's time to get rid of that toxic mindset, that toxic way of thinking. You see what I'm saying? That low vibrational way of thinking, that low vibrational way of being. It's time to elevate to a higher vibration. Okay, it's time to climb the ladder, you guys. It's time to move forward in your life. It's time to cut out being stagnant. It's time to cut out feeling like you're not good enough. It's time to cut out feeling like you can't do it. It's time to cut out listening to family members that's doubting you, that's preying on your downfall, friends that's preying on your downfall, significant others that's preying on your downfall, you guys. It's time to cut all that out, because guess what? It is beauty and pain. Okay, it is beauty and pain. I'm gonna tell you something, because going through that pain, that's where you're gonna find yourself. That's where you're gonna find yourself. And then it's up to you, when you find yourself, what you gonna do with self. Are you gonna go in and you gonna repair, you gonna heal, you gonna grow, you gonna elevate, you gonna continue to move forward, or are you gonna stand there? Are you going to stand there and continue to be, used by the devil, continue to be abused by the devil? You know what I'm saying? No, absolutely not. We're not doing that. You can't give up. You can't give up. Your blessing right around the corner, boo. You can't give up. No, 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 no. It's not the time. It's time to shut off those cycles. It's time to start doing things differently. Okay? Some of y'all got kind hearts. Some of y'all are givers. Some of y'all will give the shirt off your back. Okay? I'm one of those people that will literally take the shirt off my back and give it to somebody in need. Let me tell you something. That is all good. That is all good and gravy. And yes, you will receive your blessings. But I'm going to tell you something, baby. You're going to have to get a lion's heart. Okay? Meaning you're going to have to get to a point where you're not so easily, manipulated. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? You going to stop and pay attention to the signs. You're going to stop and pay attention to the people. You're going to stop and pay attention to what's in front of you, what's being said to you, what's being said about you. You see what I'm saying? You definitely will, if you want to cut out those cycles and you want to end, certain situations in your life, you're going to make that change. It is time. It's time. It's time to make that change. No more feeling sorry for yourself. You're not a victim. You're not a victim in your situation. So why are you feeling sorry for yourself? Because nobody else is. Nobody else is. Nobody else is going to feel sorry for you. Again, you got to be your own rescue plan, boo. You got to go in and save yourself, because nobody's going to go in and save you. Ain't nobody going to throw in a donut and keep you from sinking. You see what I'm saying? You going to have to decide, are you going to sink or swim? Are you going to sink in your situation? Are you going to fight or flight? Which one? Are you going to fight in your situation, or are you going to continue to run from it? Are you going to continue to run from your healing? Are you going to continue to just put things on the back burner, sweep things under the rug, and continue to move forward in your life? Because guess what? That's not making it disappear. It's still going to be there. It's still going to be there. It's just accumulating. That's all it is. That pain and all that is just going to continue to accumulate. And guess what? It's going to continue to repeat itself. I don't want to hold y'all long, but I got to get this out there, y'all, because somebody right now don't know what to do. Somebody right now don't know where to go. Somebody right now don't know where to turn. Somebody right now don't know how. Somebody right now don't know when. Somebody right now don't know where. You see what I'm saying? Somebody right now just don't know. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything you need, baby, is already inside of you. Now, that might sound cliche, corny, or whatever it is you want to call it, but I'm so for real. I'm so for real. Everything you need is already on the inside of you. You already possess the skills and the knowledge on the inside of you. You just got to tap into that. You got to come up out of that manipulation. You got to clear the smoke screens, okay? You're going to have to clear the screens, baby. You're going to have to clear the screens, okay? You're going to have to clear the smoke, y'all. I'm going to light my sage, y'all. Y'all excuse me for a second. I got to light my sage, y'all. Yes, I like sage. Yes, I burn sage, y'all. I like to clear negative energy. You're going to have to clear that negative energy, boo. You're going to have to get it from around you. So many people look at burning sage as some type of, witchcraft or, whatever the case may be, y'all. Whatever and whatever again. I'm a child of God, and I'm going to burn my sage. Why? Because I want to clear that negative energy. So I ain't changing. When it comes to burning my sage, I'm gonna continue to burn my sage. I don't care what nobody say about it, how nobody feel about it. Okay. Anyway, a lot of y'all got people that's worried about you. And what I mean by worried about you, I mean it's in your business. You see what I'm saying? That's trying to figure out what's going on with you. A lot of people is tapped into you. Why? Because you're not tapped into you. You see what I'm saying? They tapped into you because, they don't like, what they see and what they see when they look in the mirror. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's all about that self-love, tapping into self and going in and rearranging what you need to rearrange in your life without worrying about what nobody gonna think about you, without worrying about what people gonna say about you. You gotta live your life for you, y'all. Life is too short, not to be happy. But a lot of the times we go through life, y'all, and we think that happiness comes from the materialistic world, the materialistic things. You see what I'm saying? And it does not. It does not, baby. I'm here to tell you that you are completely wrong. If you think that gain and happiness is going to come from you getting up and going to work every day, it's not. You think that gain and happiness is going to come from you going out and buying the latest car or trying to keep up with the latest fashion, and it's not. It's not. You think that, finding happiness, you think that you're going to find your happiness in competing with the next person. A lot of y'all got people that's competing with y'all right now. And that's normal. That's normal. You see what I'm saying? Because the people that's trying to compete with you, you can't worry about those people. You got to worry about you while those people are worried about you. You see what I'm saying? You got to continue to work on you. You got to continue to grow within yourself. Okay. You tap into you while these people are tapped into you. You see what I'm saying? You tap into you while other people are tapped into you. Okay? A lot of y'all think that y'all can go through things, go through situations and things, and you think that you could fix it on your own, and sometimes you just can't. You just can't. Again, you got to surrender that. You got to leave it in God's hand, y'all. You got to leave it in God's hand. And I'm going to tell you something. I ain't up here to preach to you. I'm just, here to deliver the message. But you're going to have to, it comes to a point where you're going to have to surrender. You got to surrender that hurt and that pain. Let it go. Okay? Let it go. You're going to have to let it go, give it to God, leave it there, and you continue to heal. You change so that you don't bring that same type of pain. You change so that you don't bring those same type of people. Okay. You're going to have people that's going to imitate you. Some of y'all got people that's imitating you. Some of y'all got people that want to be you. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have people that's going to imitate you. You're going to have people that's going to try to mock you. You're going to have people that's going to try to talk like you, walk like you, dress like you, move like you. They're going to try to figure out how you doing what it is that you doing so that they can do it too, in hopes that it'll work for them just like it works for you. But it don't work like that. Let me tell you something. Before I go on and get up off of here, y'all. Going through life thinking that you can mimic what somebody else is doing just because you feel like what they're doing is working out for them in their life. So you feel like if you do exactly what they doing, it's going to work out for you in your life. That's not true. You completely wrong. Because let me tell you something. What works for me may not work for you. It's not going to work for you because again, and I'm sorry again, y'all, for talking with my hands. Y'all got to excuse me. I talk with my hands. I don't know why. Anyway, what works for other people, it's not going to work for you because you're not them. Your situation is not their situation. You see what I'm saying? What you going through and what they going through is two different things. So you can't go through life, imitating other people. You're going to have people that's going to try to imitate you. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Why? Because they want to be you. They're trying to figure out why you so successful in doing what it is that you're doing. They're trying to figure out why you, and why you. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it's like, you can't pay attention, you can't pay attention to what somebody else is doing and how they're upgrading their life or what the changes that they're making in their life. You see what I'm saying? You got to sit down and literally, I'm here, isolate yourself. Isolate yourself. Spirit says some of y'all need to isolate yourself. It comes to a point where you got to isolate yourself. And what I mean by isolate yourself is you got to cut out everything and cut out everybody and get to yourself. You want to get to self, okay? So that you can see things clear. You see what I'm saying? It's like driving down the road, y'all. You know, it's like driving down the road in a storm and it begins to rain. You know, you can turn your windshield wipers on the highest speed that it go on, boo. And you can continue to truck and truck and truck. And then it's going to come to a point where you're not going to be able to see. You're going to be blinded. So therefore, what that means is, you know, when it gets to a point where you done been through so much and you feel like you can't see what's in front of you, you can't even see yourself coming from underneath this storm. You can't even see, you know, how to get around these blockages. It's time to pull over. It's time to pull over, okay? It's time to pull over and it's time to surrender. It's time to surrender. That pain, it's time to return to sender. Okay, the people that caused you hurt and pain, the people that abandoned you, the people that left you for dead, the people that talked about you. You got people, some of y'all got people that's spreading rumors on you. Some of y'all got people that's spreading rumors on you, that's lying about you, that's worried about you again while you worried about you. That's okay. You got to let folks do what they got to do. Because if you're not focused on you, how you going to grow? How you going to change? How you going to improve your situation? You got to worry about you while other people is worried about you. You see what I'm saying? Never mind the copycats, y'all. Never mind the karmics. Okay, you know, you want to be able to use your discernment and be able to tell what's a karmic situation, who's a karmic person. You see what I'm saying? You want, again, you know, that isolation is going to reveal things to you. Being in isolation and being to yourself and just praying, you guys, that's going to reveal a whole lot of things to you. It's going to open up your mindset. It's going to open up your eyes. It's going to open up your heart. It's going to open up your ears. You see what I'm saying? And voluntarily or involuntarily, you're going to make that change. You're going to make change, you know, and why not allow it to be voluntary change, you know? So, again, don't worry about the copycats because they will be out there. They will be around you. So that's why what you're going through, you know, things that you're working on, you know, you want to, you know, find that balance. You want to temper yourself so that you're able to be in more control of yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because if you in control of yourself, that means you're able to control the situation. Okay. You can't control other people and what other people decide to do, but you can control yourself and the part that you have to play in certain things that you go through in your life. Okay. Tap into that healing, you know, cross out, you know, whatever doesn't serve you. Okay. Listen, click, clack, bada bing, bada bam, a boom. Okay. Let it go. Let these people go. I'm being silly right now, y'all, but I'm so for real. Let these people go, you know, come up out of that low self-esteem. You know, you want to come up out of that low self-esteem. You want to get to a point where you're able to be more confident in yourself, more confident in the moves that you're making in your life, more confident in the changes that you're making in your life. You want to become more clear-headed. And the only way to do that is to get to yourself. You see what I'm saying? Get to yourself and pray. You guys, you want to pray your way up out of this. You see what I'm saying? You want to pray your way up out of this, no matter what. Again, you know, regardless of what people gonna say. Some of y'all got people that left y'all, walked away from y'all with no pressure. No pressure. What I mean by no pressure is these people didn't care. These people didn't think to look back. These people walked away from you. These people abandoned you and left you for dead, left you high and dry, okay? And they didn't even think twice about it. Why? Because, you know, a lot of the times we deal with people, you know, and deal with situations, and it's like, you got to be able to use your discernment. Use your discernment, meaning pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to what you're feeling. Pay attention to what's being shown to you. Pay attention to the red flags. Be able to discern what's for you. Be able to discern what's not for you. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gotta excuse me. I keep feeling like I need to burp, so that's why I keep kind of stumbling over my words. I'm just like, I ain't trying to burp on camera, y'all. That's just not ladylike. But it just feels like I gotta burp, so I gotta keep pausing, like, you know, get myself together. Anyway, back to the message. There is beauty in pain, you know, and I know that sounds crazy, but it is. There is beauty in the things that you're going through in your life. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta, you know, open your eyes and believe. You know, that beauty is, you know, you'll start to see just how much you need yourself rather than depending on someone else. You see what I'm saying? Again, it's time to close out these cycles, you guys. It's time to close out what's not serving you. It's time to close out things that's hindering you. It's time to, you know, take a leap of faith. It's time for you to be that fool. You see what I'm saying? It's time for you to be that fool in your, you know, and take that leap of faith and, you know, jump on your journey. Embrace your new beginning. Okay. Once you surrender, you see what I'm saying? And you leave it in God's hands and you do just that. Okay. You'll begin to see the sun shine again. And I'm gonna tell you something. You got to remember, you know, certain things and you know that happens in our life, or that's, you know, oh y'all, my eye itching. I'm sorry. It's seasons, okay? It's levels to this. It's levels to this. You know, you're not going to go through every season abundant. You're not going to go through every season, you know, on the up of the up. Okay. It's going to come to a point where, you know, you're going to go through a season where, you know, you down. Okay. But in the midst of that down season, you need to continue to hold and keep your faith. You need to continue to work on yourself. You need to continue to make necessary changes. Okay. You got to continue to go through and repair and fix and heal yourself. You see what I'm saying? You want to continue to work on yourself. You know, that way when your time come and the seasons change, because that will does come back around. A lot of the times we don't realize and understand and you know, we don't take it serious when, you know, when the saying, you know, karma comes back around. You know, why would you want, don't allow yourself to continue to go on a karmic cycle. Why? Because, you know, you choosing not to learn the lessons. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to come up out of that. Okay. It's time to see things for what it is. It's time to see, people for who they are. It's time to see situations for what it is. Okay. It is time. The quicker you begin to, you know, accept things for what it is and accept people for who they are, the better off you'll be. The better off you'll be. You know what I'm saying? So again, it's time to close out these cycles, you guys. Don't try to force people to stay in your life. Don't try to force things to stay in your life. Don't try to, you know, let me tell you something. If you got to force it, I don't care what it is, a job, a relationship, a person, a friend, a family member. I don't care what it is, you guys. If you got to force it, it's not godly. It's not for you. It's not to be in your life. If you got to force it, it's just not meant. You see what I'm saying? You got to allow things to flow, you know, in a timely order, in a time, you know what I'm saying? We don't got control over that. We don't got control over when the season's going to change. You see what I'm saying? We just got to continue to move forward and adapt as these seasons change. Okay. You want to be able to, you know, the same way that these people don't walk away from you and abandon you or cause you pain with no pressure. You want to tap into that self-love and start loving yourself with that same type of mindset. No pressure. Okay. Jump into that self-love with no pressure, meaning don't think twice about it. Don't think twice about it. Don't worry about who gonna feel like what because you choosing to love yourself or because you choosing to work on thyself. Don't worry about how it's gonna make other people feel that you elevating in your life. Okay, because guess what? Everybody got that same opportunity. Everybody got that same chance to elevate. Everybody got that same chance to change about themselves, what they want to change about themselves. Okay. So therefore, you know, you want to try to, you know, make sure you relinquish that control over trying to control a situation, a person, a thing, a place. You know, again, you only got control over yourself. So, you know, you just want to, you know, make sure you taking the proper time to heal the way you need to heal, y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all too much longer. I'm already at 43 minutes, y'all. I told myself, I said, I'm gonna do a 20-minute video. I got my notes, y'all. And I said, let me get on here and deliver this message, Spirit. And I just asked that, you know, it reaches whoever it needs to reach. You know, again, what you gonna do about your situation? You gonna sink or you gonna swim? You gonna fight or you gonna flight? What changes are you going to make about yourself? Because when you start loving yourself and you start treating yourself better and differently, other people is going to do the same thing. When you start respecting yourself and when you start setting up those healthy boundaries, guess what? You'll be better off. Okay, you'll be better off, but you got to respect yourself. You got to love yourself. You got to put yourself first. You see, you got to figure out what you're going to do. Whatever it is that you're going to do, you got to make sure that you got a strong belief system. A lot of times we go through life and we want things, but we don't have that strong belief system. You got to have a belief system that's going to be of service to your life. Meaning whatever it is that you believing in, whatever it is, you got to actually believe that it's going to, work out. You got to actually believe that it is meant. You got to actually believe. You see what I'm saying? So, don't doubt yourself. Do not doubt yourself, because that's when, you get to a point where, you lose that balance and you lose that control and you start to throw up illusions and your own blockages in your own path. Because we do that, y'all. We do. It does come to a point where, we begin to throw up blockages in our own way, in our own path. Don't block yourself. What you gonna do that for, silly? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't block yourself. Tap into that growth. Don't resist it, because the more you resist it, you know what I'm saying? That's you telling the universe, that's you telling God, that's you telling spirit that, hey, I ain't learned the lesson. I want to go back on this same roller coaster. I want to go back on this same hamster wheel. You see what I'm saying? And that's all on you. That is definitely all on you. Hey, no judgment at all whatsoever, period. If you feel like, oh, well, I ain't ready to change, I want to go on this cycle again, then hey, y'all, by all means, baby, ain't nobody stopping you. But if you on this channel or you watching and you listening to me right now, I'm just gonna, assume that, you working on yourself, you working on your healing, you working on your growth. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of the times we want to do things our way, y'all. We can't do things our way all the time. You tried it your way already. You tried it your way already. Okay. Now it's time to do it a different way. Now it's time to wait for further instructions. Okay. Now it's time to get a clear vision. Okay. A better understanding of your situation. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all got people that done crossed you. You got family that done crossed you. You got friends that done crossed you. You got relationship and significant others that done crossed you. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. You know what I'm saying? You got people that done crossed you and literally left you for high and dry. Listen, don't worry about that. That's okay. That's okay, because rejection is God's protection. I'm going to say that again so y'all catch the drift. Rejection is God's protection. Okay? If it's not working out for you, you can't make it fit no matter how much you try to make this piece fit. No matter how much you do, no matter what you go through, no matter how much you try to prove yourself, you know what I'm saying? You just can't seem to make that piece fit, baby. It don't fit. It don't fit. It's time to try it a different way. It's time to try it. It's time to change up the formula. It gets to a point where, y'all, we got to change up that formula. And if you got to change up the formula, you just got to change up the formula. Do it differently, okay? Let me see. I ain't gonna keep y'all long, y'all. I promise y'all, I did not mean for this video to be this long, but again, I am excited to be here on YouTube, y'all. I want to thank y'all for even taking the time to come on my channel and watch my videos, y'all. And we're gonna definitely, again, like I said, we're gonna continue to tap into that self-love and that self-healing. My people that's working on your, that's jumping into your spiritual journey, your spiritual path. My divine ones that's working on yourself. Y'all keep it pushing, okay? Y'all keep it pushing. Y'all keep it moving, okay? Like I said, it's purpose and pain. Now, the times that we living in, you guys, and I'm going to get up off of here. The times that we living in right now, you will be tested, okay? Your faith will be tested. You will go through things that's going to test your faith. You will go through things that's going to test and see if you're really changing. You will go through things that's going to test and see if you're going to allow the same things to continue to happen and allow the same people to continue to enter your life. Allow the same pain to continue to affect you emotionally, physically, spiritually. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be pushed to the edge, okay? Y'all, some of y'all is feeling like, you're going to fall. What it is you're being pushed to the edge. Okay, spirit is pushing you to the edge. Why? Because it's time for you to take that leap of faith, baby. It's time for you to be the fool, you know what I'm saying, and take that leap of faith. Meaning it's time to jump into something different. It's time to do it differently. Life is too short, y'all, not to be happy. You see what I'm saying? A lot of times we go through life and we want to base happiness off of materialistic things. We want to base happiness off of, places, and we think that our happiness is going to be found or located within other people can bring us happiness, but it's not, y'all. Everything you need, everything you need to proceed is already on the inside of you. It's already, and that sounds cliche, I'm telling y'all, it do. I know, I understand, I get it, but I wouldn't tell you nothing wrong, not on purpose. But everything you need is already on the inside of you. Okay, so it's up to you. What are you gonna do? You gonna sink? You gonna swim? You gonna fight? You gonna flight? What you gonna do? You gonna run or you gonna face it? You gonna give up or you gonna continue to push forward and build that strength? Take those lessons with you. What you gonna do? You see what I'm saying? So again, the deceit, the lies, the stealing, the cheating, the manipulation, you guys, anything, all of it, all of it, all of it, all of it. It's time to return the sender. It's time to give it back. The people that done hurt you and left you hopeless and all that, it's time to give it back. Because it's not yours. It's not yours to carry, okay? It's not yours to carry. So therefore, give it back. Forgive those people and then give it back. You're going to have to give it back. The pain that they left on you, give it back. The situation that they caused you to go through, give it back. Okay? Give it back. Stop limiting yourself. A lot of times we think that, we go through life, we want to place limits on ourselves. Don't place no limit on yourself. Only you decide how far you go in your life. So if you want to give up and throw in a towel, you know what I'm saying? Stop and think about what it is that you're doing. Stop and think about whatever it is that you're feeling, whatever it is that you're going through. How could you change it? Think about your situation. Is your glass half full or is your glass half empty? Is you learning or do you need to continue to go on that same cycle over and over and over again? Okay. Close out those cycles. It's time to close out that cycle. It's time to close out the karmic cycles. Okay. It's time to get back up. Some of y'all have fallen. It's time to get back up. You get back up on your feet. You get back up on your feet. I don't care who knocked you down. I don't care who think that they left you high and dry. I don't care who out here talking about you, because you're going to have people that talk about you. Let me tell you something. People talk about Jesus Christ, boo. And again, I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm not here to preach to nobody. I'm here to deliver a message. I'm just a messenger. Okay, y'all? I'm just a messenger. My watch just popped up and said, breathe. Some of y'all need to breathe. Breathe, boo. Breathe. 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 Because what you're going through is not your final destination. What you're going through is not your final stop. It does not end there unless you give up. Okay? Whatever your situation is, you got to keep moving. You got to pray in your downtime and you got to pray in your uptime. You got to pray in the seasons where things is going good and you got to pray in the seasons where things is going bad. You got to pray when you can't see what's in front of you. You got to, you just got to continue to keep that faith and you got to continue to move forward. You got to continue to work on yourself. You got to continue to work on yourself and understand that pain is not love, y'all. Pain is not love. It's not. It's not. It is not. Whatever it is that you're working on, make sure you got that belief system. You want to make sure you got a belief system that is of service to you. Make sure whatever it is that you're doing is of service to you. Get back up again. It's time to get back up again, y'all. Your storm is almost over. I don't know who this for, baby, but your storm is almost over. It is almost over, okay? You gotta stick with it. You gotta stick with it, okay? It's time to get out the way. You gotta get out the way. All right. Like I said again, y'all, I ain't gonna hold y'all up. Listen, the advice that I got for y'all tonight is to, love the things that has love in it. Love the people that love you. Worry about the people that's worried about you. You see what I'm saying? Don't give your energy out so freely. A lot of the times we deal with certain people in certain situations and we tend to give out our energy so freely. And then that leaves room for, people to come in and hurt you. That leaves room for people to come in and figure out, your weaknesses and use it against you. Okay? You don't, no. It's time to work on yourself. It's time to build your own self back up. I don't care, who thought that they had control over your happiness. I don't care who thought that they had control over whether or not you was going to be sad today, mad today, upset today. Okay? Listen, take back your control. Okay? It's time to take back your control of your life. All right? Take back that control and you get up and you keep it pushing. Don't let nobody stop you. Can't nobody stop you. Why? Because these people ain't got no clearance. Okay, these people can't control when you happy. Why would you allow your control to be given out so freely like that anyway? Don't give out your control to people to think that they can control you and make you a puppet. Okay, get back up, baby. It's time to get back up. It is time to get back up. Okay. And every time you fall, I don't care how many times you fall, you got to get back up. You got to get back up. And again, it's okay. It's time to, get to a point where it's okay to fail. You see, because we go through life and we feel like, failure is just, we fear failure. We fear failure. We fear of falling. We fear of not being good enough. We fear of being rejected. We fear, we just fear. And it's time to take back your power. It's time to take back your control again. What are you going to do about your situation? What are you going to do? You going to sink or you going to swim? Listen, before I get up off of here, y'all, I want to leave y'all with a spiritual message, you guys. No, I do not read tarot. I do not read cards, but I do have some angels and ancestors, you guys, because listen, I don't know about you, but baby, my angels and my ancestors be on point. Okay, my angels and my ancestors be on point. Thank your spirit guides. Open your eyes. Thank God. Thank your spirit guides for guiding you. Okay. Thank your spirit guides for being there and providing divine protection for you as you go through your situation. Okay? You want to thank them. So therefore, before I get up off of here, y'all, if you're not into it, go on and click off the video, y'all. But hey, I use these for myself. These are just angel messages, you guys. So I do want to leave you with an angel message and from, the Angels and Oracles deck. So I'm going to go ahead and pull a card and I'm going to let y'all go, y'all. This video is almost an hour long. Lord have mercy. I promise y'all, I did not mean to be on this video this long. Again, no, I do not read tarot cards. I don't do no readings. I don't, nothing like that. It's just, my Angels and Ancestors deck, y'all. My Angels and Ancestors card. I'm going to get y'all a message real fast, before I end up off of this live video, y'all. So again, I hope y'all doing good. I hope y'all having a blessed night. And I hope you tapping into your self-healing, you guys. So let me go on and get you a message real fast. Spirit, Holy God, Ancestors, I come to you tonight, Lord Father God. I ask that you just give us a message, Spirit. Give us a message for the people, y'all. Give us a message for the collective, for those, who's watching, Spirit. Oh, there we go. Got a message, y'all. So the card that popped out is the High Priest. And the High Priest says, intend and creates. This is the card, y'all. Intend and create. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read this message out the book real fast. And then I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go on and get up off of here, okay? I love y'all. Again, I thank y'all for being on my channel. I thank y'all for just being here and getting these messages, y'all. And supporting. Again, subscribe, you guys. And we're gonna make it do what it do over here. We're gonna definitely have a good time and we're gonna heal, you guys. And these Shani T sessions is gonna be lit. I'm excited, y'all. I got y'all message. Here we go. All right, y'all. The High Priest, intend and creates. Your message says, recognize that you have the power to change your life. Face your fear. I was just talking about fear. Thank you, Spirit. I was just talking about fear, you guys. Let go of that fear. Stop fearing fear and stop allowing fear to control you. I'm getting off track. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold on. Face your fear and align with the light. Okay. You are a bridge between heaven and earth, and it's important for you to know that you are more powerful and more connected than you may think. Everything you are given, everything you are given attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but you got to accept these experiences. Same thing. It's so funny. I was just saying this, y'all. Wasn't I just saying this? Y'all got to learn the lessons, y'all. Y'all just see me pull this card out that deck, out this deck. Y'all just see me put. Let me get back to the message, y'all. There have been wait, no, that's not my spot. Wait a second, y'all. Gotta find my spot. Everything that you are giving attention and energy to at this time is creating your way forward. There have been some setbacks, but accept these as experiences that have led you to a deeper understanding of yourself and your spirit. Know that you are being guided by the ancestors to direct your thoughts and energies towards what you want to grow, heal, and expand. And then watch it happen right before your eyes. You gotta, basically, what I take out of this message, you guys, is set your intentions. Set your intentions. What do you want in your life? Again, are you going to sink or swim? What do you want in your life? Set your intentions, and you got to believe that it will happen. You got to believe that it will come true. You got to believe that you are able. Okay. So again, the high priest, intend and create. Okay. Think about what you want to create. Set your intentions on it, and you continue to move forward on it. Whether that's your healing, no matter what. Like I said, again, my journey is not your journey. Your journey is not my journey. Other people's journey is not your journey. Okay. Again, what works for other people may not work for you. But set your intentions for your situation, and believe that you can create. You can create. You know what I'm saying? So, whatever it is that you're trying to create in your life, you have everything that you need already on the inside of you, you guys. So, again, I'm gonna get up off of here, y'all. I love y'all, and I'm gonna be doing these messages at the end of all my videos, so I'm gonna just say that right now. So if you don't like cards, you don't, again, I don't read tarot, so I won't be on here doing tarot. At least that's not my intentions. But I did get permission from my angels and my guys to pull a card from these angels and ancestors oracle deck, y'all. So I will be pulling a card for y'all at every reading and giving y'all some type of hope, and before we get up off of these videos. So again, I'm gonna let y'all go. I love y'all. Listen, y'all keep y'all head up. Y'all keep praying, continue to let go, continue to heal, and just continue to operate out of love. You guys, remember, what goes around comes around. So how you treat people, you're gonna, attract that same energy back into yourself. So again, what type of energy are you possessing? What type of energy are you giving out? Who are you giving your energy out to? You want to be careful with that, okay? So again, I am Shani, and this will be Shani Tea Session. It is over with. I love y'all. I'm gonna go on and get up off of here, and y'all have a good night, okay? I'm gonna be trying to jump on here and do videos, y'all. It's funny because I started off doing these videos, y'all, on Facebook, but now that I'm on YouTube, I think I'm gonna do my videos like twice a week. I'm gonna give y'all a message twice a week, y'all, and I promise y'all it won't be no hour long. I'm gonna try not to anyway, but the message, when the message gotta be delivered, the message gotta be delivered, okay? Okay. Be blessed, y'all. Stay blessed. I love y'all. Bye.